Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're playing new card Tron. We're playing Tron with two different new cards from Wilds of Eldraine. One is Candy Trail, which says when it enters the battlefield, scry 2, sacrifice it, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Pay 2 mana. So it's a clue food. It's like a 3 mana, scry 2, draw a card, gain 3 life. That's pretty decent. It's also a 1-drop artifact, which matters. And then over here, instead of Reckoner's Bargain, today I'm going to be playing Rowan's Grim Search. It says, if the spell was bargained, which is sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token, look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 2 of them back on top of your library in any order, and the rest are in your graveyard. Or it's just 3-minute instant speed, draw 2, gain and lose 2 life. So 3-minute instant speed, draw 2, lose 2 is pretty good because it takes away the dependence on having to sacrifice an artifact. So I like that part. It has the sacrifice clause, which is pretty good at sacrificing our value artifacts. But the big part of it is that it's 4 cards seen. So if you don't want the top 4 cards of your library, you just bin them all, and then you're basically digging 6 cards deep just to find your combo piece. So as a result of that, we're going back to the 2 Ashnod's Altar for Golem Foundry plan. If you're not familiar with the deck, you're going to use Ashnod's Altar to sacrifice a creature, add 2 mana. We're sacrificing Mirror Retriever to get a Mirror Retriever, which is an infinite loop for mana neutral. We're putting infinite counters on our Golem Foundries, making infinite 3/3s. In paper, that gives you infinite colorless mana. You can filter the colorless mana for infinite of any color with Energy Refractor if you have one in play. But you can also use makeshift munitions to shoot your opponent infinite times, sacrificing your infinite golems. And we have a side combo of Blood Fountain, where Blood Fountain plus Energy Refractor with the infinite mana gives you sacrifice the 2 Mirror Retrievers, get back Blood Fountain and 1 other card to draw your deck. So a lot of that's not viable on Magic Online, but I like to play the deck that I would play in paper just in case I want to play this deck. I do have a tournament coming up on this next coming weekend, so we'll try it out. In the deck, I'm playing 2 Weather the Storms here instead of 3 because I have the Candy Trail for food. And then we're cutting and Wellspring, just trying to stay low to the ground. So we've got 4 Candy Trail, 4 Chromatic Star, and 4 Wizard's Rockets. I think I tried out Wizard's Rockets before in the video, but Wizard's Rockets is pretty sweet because you can sacrifice it for 1 mana. It's fodder for the Deadly Dispute and the Grim Search, and it just really keeps our curve low, so you have much more storm count for Weather the Storm and stuff like that. I do really like Wellspring. I just think that the current Pauper metagame is just do things as fast as you possibly can. And on top of that, that's why I'm playing Crop Rotation over something like Ancient Stirrings. Ancient Stirrings is very good in a slower metagame because you have time to set up and do stuff, but we don't have time anymore. No time. The mana base, I think 17 is going to be pretty decent actually with the Candy Trail because the Candy Trail's got the Scry effect. And then over here in the sideboard, nothing's really changed. We're playing 3 Krark-Clan Shamans to wipe the ground creatures, 3 Scattershots, which are another board wipe and can also be good versus fairies if we see them, 3 Nile Spellbombs. Would prefer to play 4 due to the presence of Terror, but we can't really afford that at the moment because there's not enough space in the sideboard. And that's because I want to play a second Ancient Grudge here, because Ancient Grudge is really important versus the Quad Relic decks, which is basically any mid-range deck is on Quad Relic. And Ancient Grudge also can help me stabilize versus, or like tempo versus the Blue-White Glitters deck. And then we've got 2 more Weather Storms, 2 Fangren Marauders for a total of 6 life gain effects, and then 1 little Serene Heart over here for Bogles that we can loop with the Conjure Spauble. So that is the deck. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/KellyKais. Got a lot of information about how to play Altar Tron there. And you can always, once you join, there's a Discord channels for just, pinging me, asking me questions if you have anything that you want to talk about. And hit me up with a like and subscribe for the video, and we'll see you in the matches. Okay, we're here in round 1. My camera died. Sorry about that. But here we go. So we have, okay, I guess this is a pretty good way to keep. We're going to keep and then do the double scry with the Candy Trail and see if we can find a second land. Okay, land, Candy Trail. We're gonna have to bottom both of these. Pass the turn. So hopefully, after seeing 3 cards, we can find our second land, and we're up against Blue-White Affinity. So we don't have that much time. We really need our second land so we can get Tron fast, start doing some stuff, and then popping off Weather the Storms. At a minimum, the second land. Okay. I'm going to bobble and cycle. We got kind of hosed there. So we saw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and we did not find a second land. That's not good variance. That's bad variance. Well, I guess we're not keeping 1-landers even with the Candy Trail. Our opponent has a Ninja. There are 4 cards in hand. They Zerg out onto the battlefield with Ornithopter, Frogmite, Thoughtcast. They're just blasting off. This deck is very fast. So I have probably lost already. Their last card in hand is a Gingerbrute, so now they're on top decks. Okay, so we have the opportunity to come back here, find an expedition map, or we already had the expedition map, but we top decked a mine, which was really big. Thoughtcast off the top, bro. No. Okay, do you have it? Kidding. Oh, gosh. So basically what happened there was they ripped like a god, and we concede. Deck is dumb. Okay, good job. Let's see. We're gonna get rid of the munitions and the bauble, bring in the 2 weathers, and then. So the question is, do I want the grudges? I guess I'd want one of them. They're gonna bring in Dust to Dust against me as well, which is really frustrating. But let's see. Let's cut 1 Golden Foundry and 1. I guess it's gonna be a Candy Trail. It didn't help me that much. Let's play. I just want lots of life gain and disruption. Okay. I think I'm gonna mulligan this one. No card draw. This is like the same hand. Guess I'm keeping. I'm gonna put back the Golden Foundry though. Just the reasoning is that I'm trying to stabilize and get going, and the Golden Foundry doesn't help me do that. That was brutal. I'm gonna crack this for green. I accidentally cracked it for 0. Oops. Darn. Okay, Mirror Retriever. So now we could actually take out their blue source and maybe try to take out their. No, they have 2 lands now. Here's the glitters. Oh my god. Okay. They get in. So this means that we can kill their Ornithopter. They're not going to be able to Spell Pierce it. Back for red. I'm going to grudge that thing. If they have a turn aside, I'm dead. We don't have the turn aside. The second glitters. Gets in for 1. Okay. We have Wizard's Rockets. The problem is I really need to. Okay, I guess what we do is pass the turn. Play an Ornithopter. I forgot that Grim Search can do stuff without having, without actually bargaining. So we could crack for green, and then maybe crack for green, green. There's a map. So I could just go land, map, play the mine, green, green, black, crop, green, 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 black. Okay, map. They're considering countering the map. Let's grab a mine, play the mine. Guess I'm passing the turn here. So we have an Ancient Grudge for if they have any interaction here, or any glitters on their creature. They're gonna get in for 2. Okay. They played 1 land, or 1 creature. Crack the Rockets. I think I have to pass still. So we have a Golden Foundry, You crack the rockets now. Done. Green, 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 and a bunch of black. Lay a tower. Tap the tower. Let's crop this. Get our scry land. Scry. Bottom that. Cast Grim Search. Draw 2 cards. Chromatic Star. Okay. Deadly Dispute the Chromatic Star. So this gives us the green mana now. So now we can go Golden Foundry. When I'm talking about green mana, I'm saying we have green mana now to cast an Ancient Grudge on one of their creatures that they use the glitters on. We're going to cast the Candy Trail. We can also grudge our Golden Foundry in response to a Dust to Dust, I guess. So we have Deadly Dispute and Mirror Retriever. So I do want those. Top, top. And then I'm going to Weather the Storm 2 times. That's the turn. Gain a million. Hopefully that's enough to stabilize. Oh, they scooped to it. Yay. Okay. I guess the other option is to try to gain infinite life with the Fangin Marauders. So take this out and this. And just work to gain infinite life. And then eventually make a bunch of golems. So we'll have to be kind of careful to not play out all our combo pieces. So not having to have a target for the Rowan's card was actually pretty decent. So we have double Candy Trail, 2 lands. I'm keeping land Candy Trail. Looking for a power plant or an expedition map. See the sign on for our opponent. Plays a Gingerbrute. Gets in for 1. Bank. Okay, we find a tower. We're gonna play the Candy Trail. Another tower and a Golden Foundry. I'm gonna bottom both. They don't advance our Tron mana. I can try just cracking the Candy Trail for a card. And then I can play the Mirror Retriever next turn to get back the Candy Trail. They're going to get in for 2. Find a Wizard's Rockets. I think I'm going to crack the Candy Trail. Go back to 20. Our opponent plays an Ancient Den and Mirror Enforcer. Scary. Plays in all the glitters. That's not great. This is 10 damage. Okay, so we have to somehow rip a Grudge. That's pretty funny. So no matter what we do, we're dead. They just go bam, 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 you're dead. Flyer. So I could go Chromatic Star, crack for red, hope to find a Grudge. We didn't find the Grudge. GG. Stupid. But that's cool. That's okay. That's okay. This is the way it's supposed to be. My bad. So I just didn't have turn 3 Tron plus interaction plus everything else. Wow. What a crazy deck. We'll see in round 2. We're here in round 2 on the draw. We have crop rotation, and I think I'm still going to keep this one lander. It's really sketchy once again. The Salvatore usually plays aggro decks. They mulligan to 6 cards. We have 1 draw, plus 2 looks, plus 1 draw. Okay, this is Black-Green Gardens. Okay, we have Candy Trail to get 2 looks. We're going to have crop, probably. Okay, I think I keep these, top both. So we're going to draw a Chromatic Star, play Rocket, Star, pass the turn. Then the next turn we can Deadly Dispute the Rocket and draw 3, 4 more cards. If we find any land, we can crop the land, play the Refractor, and then we're off to the races. They play Lemus. They scribe bottom. Land, Rockets, Chromatic Star, pass the turn. Our opponent is going to cycle a Generous Ent. They reveal a Forest. Plays the Forest. 2 cards, or 2 mana available. Plays a Golden Egg. So maybe it's like a food deck. We got food and another food. Okay, crack for black. And then we're going to Deadly Dispute the Rocket. We found the power plant, so 2 free. We're going to play Energy Refractor, draw a card. Let's go ahead and pass the turn. And then next turn we're going to start playing out our artifacts and getting our Golem Foundry bigger. The one thing that we're looking out for right now from our opponent is something like Bajuka Bog, so that's the one thing we want to stay away from, like not get too many retrievers into the graveyard. They use a Deadly Dispute on the Lembas, draw 2 cards, make a treasure. The Lembas goes back into the deck. Play a Gingerbread Cabin, we get another food. There's a Quirion Ranger. I wonder if this is... I don't know what's going on over there. Do not know. Land. Gotta play out my Golem Foundry first. I'm gonna play Blood Fountain. We're going to get a blood token, crack this for green, crop the swamp into a tower, play the bauble, gonna cycle the mire. We can Grim Search now. Don't know if that's necessary. I still want to use the Weather the Storm. Let's bauble back the Deadly Dispute. Make a green. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just play... Do I even need to Weather the Storm here? I'm not under pressure. Let's Blood Token, getting rid of the land. We have a Candy Trail. So we'll play the Candy Trail. We get to scry 2. Storm is 6. So now is another Retriever. Okay, let's bottom the Grotto, put the Retriever on top, and then draw the Retriever, gain 2 life, pass the turn. So we're just looking for an altar now. We can crack the Candy Trail, Grim Search the Retriever to get back the Candy Trail, and then play that for more scrying, or getting more foods on the table. For 5 mana, 6 mana with a white, plays a Generous End. Okay, that's not that scary. Gets another food. They attack. We are going to block. So I guess they want to pick up and replay their food lands. Okay. So we know we want to play the Chromatic Star. We can play out the Mirror Retriever. I wonder if I want to bargain the Retriever or like bargain the... I probably want to bargain the Retriever. Black. Grim Search with bargain. So I want to sack the Retriever. Getting back the Candy Trail. I want as many looks as possible. Looking for an Astronaut's Altar now. We can look 4 deep. Okay, put all these in the graveyard. Put up to 2 of them back on top of your library. Okay. Crop rotation and a tower. So let's play Candy Trail. And look 2 more deep. That's kind of neat. Rockets and a swamp. Let's bottom. Bottom. And then draw a card. We have a Grim Search now. So I could crop. I discarded a tower before. I think I'm just going to do another. Just draw another card. Gain some life. Another Golem Foundry. Okay. Pass the turn. So the next turn we're going to go Golem Foundry, Retriever, Grim Search the Retriever, get back Retriever. We still haven't needed to play Weather the Storm at all. They play Wood Elves, so they're probably going to get Fangren Marauder. Oh no, that just gets a force. I thought it was a different card. Wood Elves gets a forest card. They get the Gingerbread Cabin, so they have a million foods. Plays a red land. Gets in for 5. That's okay. Let's just make a golem. My turn. I think I probably want to just try to find the altar first, so I'll play the Mirror Retriever. Black. Let's Grim Search with bargain. Sacrifice the Mirror Retriever. Get back the Mirror Retriever. So we just need an altar. Look 4 cards deep. Okay, put up to 2 of them back on top of your library. I'll take the Dispute and the Search. Okay. any order. Play the Mirror Retriever. Let's Deadly Dispute the Mirror Retriever. Get back Mirror Retriever again. So we just didn't get there. We have 9 cards in hand. Play out the map. Haven't played a land yet. I could crop a power plant for a power plant and then play the Golem Foundry. Or I can just get a land and play the Mirror Retriever. Or I can play crop and then play Weather the Storm. Green. Let's crop this. Grab another power plant. Tap the power plant for green. Let's go Weather the Storm. And then I'm going to attack you for 6. Bend. They're at 14 now. They're on whatever green, red, black is. Jund. Jund food. There's the Fangin' Marauder. Definitely annoying. Queried Ranger. Are you going to attack me? They are. Okay. But we can kill the Fangin' Marauder with our makeshift munitions. But it seems like this would be okay. They're gonna untap their generous ents. Make another food. And we're gonna make Golem. I'm gonna attack with everything and see if they block with the Fangin' Marauder. They refuse to block with the Fangin' Marauder. Okay. 4 mana, black. Let's Grim Search with Bargain. This one. They're gonna gain 1,000,000 life. Oh man. There's the altar. So put on top this one and this one. Okay. Play the altar. Then we're gonna play Golem Foundry. Play another Golem Foundry. Sacrifice this. Sacrifice this one. So they're going to be gaining a bunch of life here, but I'm just trying to get my stuff on the table. Play another Golem Foundry. Yes. And then play Candy Trail. So here you just win in paper because you just zap their Fangin' Marauder and then deal infinite damage. Put on the bottom, put on the bottom. Make a Golem. Alright. Let's go ahead and Mirror Retriever. Back the Retriever. Back Retriever. Now I'm going to loop a bit. Now I'm going to make some golems. Sacrifice a golem. Make a red. Sacrifice another golem. Play this makeshift munitions. Go ahead and shoot the Fangin' Marauder with the Candy Trail. More golems. Sacrifice the golem. Shoot this guy. Shoot him again. Okay. Need to deal it 2 more damage. Oh man. We're going to sacrifice one of our golems we made. Shoot the Fangin' Marauder with the Expedition map. Fangin' Marauder again with the golem. And now we can spend some time making golems. With the Mirror Retriever. So we're just going to loop. Just set up my windows a little bit better. So they're at 96 life, which is a lot of life. We're at 34. We have 15.5 minutes on clock, so we really can only loop for another minute or 2, or we'll run out of time. I have been enjoying all the card selection here, though. I feel like we have just as much card velocity and a lot of card selection. Just got kind of wrecked by Glitter Affinity. Right now, each loop is taking me 12 seconds. That is really bad. But at the same time, each loop provides one golem, essentially, or one plus golems, because I have 4 golem founders in play. So now I have, I'll just do 2 more loops, so I'll have 6 times 4 golems. plus the 1 in play. That's the turn. They return the food to their hand, play the cabin, and make a food. No attacks for our opponent. We're going to make 1,000,000 golems. I'm holding control so I can put all the golems on the stack. Okay, big stack. Pass the turn. They actually sacrificed some clues or some foods while this was happening to try to gain some time. Play Mirror Retriever. I'm gonna shoot the Quirion Ranger with my Mirror Retriever so that I can just get another 3 damage through. I'm gonna F6 here. Attack with everybody. This is 10, 10, 60, almost 70 damage, 70 something damage. They're at 32 now. They're paying 4 mana, 3 mana. 4 mana. If they have a sweeper, it'd be really bad. Snuff out. Whatever. F6. Get back Mirror Retriever. They're just trying to use my clock here. So I'm going to do my turn, yield until here. Get back the other Mirror Retriever here. We've used over half the match in the first, or half the time on our clock in the first game. And now they're dead. Yikes. Okay. So we know the ancient grudges are important. Doesn't seem like we really need the weather the storms or the crops. So I'm actually going to bring in 2 Krark Clan Shamans too. Their deck is super duper slow. We want to be able to wipe the Fangor Marauder. And that should be it. Let's check the CPU usage. Not too bad, so we just really have to hope that our computer can handle this and not lag out. Let's go, I guess. Suppose I could restart right now. I might try that. Okay, so that just means we have to re-sideboard. Bring in these 2, bring in 2 Krarks, cut the 2 crops, and 2 weathers. Okay, Salvatore. We have a grudge. I'm going to keep this. We've got a turn 1 scry, turn 2 nothing. Potentially play an artifact if we scry into an artifact. And then turn 3, play the Grim Search, start trying to find our pieces. So we want to combo as soon as possible and try to get ahead of the Fangor Marauder. So I guess maybe the crop would have been worth it. Plays a Quirion Ranger. Land. Pass the turn. Bottom that. So turn 2 Refractor. 6. So they cycle a Generous End here. Get a red-green land. Wonder what the red is for in their deck. We haven't seen any red cards. We play out the Refractor. We draw into a Power Plant, so that is the second Tron piece. Plays their own makeshift munitions. That makes sense. Okay, gets in. Play the Power Plant. Let's play a Golem Foundry and pass the turn. They could have artifact removal. They play a Golden Egg. They deglamour my Foundry. So deglamour is not that scary because it keeps it in the deck versus actually killing it. So let's go with another Golem Foundry. Play a Bauble. Always yes. And then pass the turn. They're really close to getting their Fangor Marauder in play. Plays a Cauldron Familiar. So this is like a food combo deck. Just pinging you with foods. Plays a Nile Spellbomb. So that's where our grudge is going to come in handy. That sucks. So they cast into fire. Let's just bobble, draw a card. Pass the turn. Access for 1. Find another Golem Foundry. I'm going to play the star, and then I'm going to bargain this Grim Search here. Bargain on the star. We are getting beat down by these things. Find a Deadly Dispute. And Oh man. I just want this one, I guess. I need these two, huh? I need the blood fountain, potentially. I guess I don't need it. This kind of sucks. I really don't want any of these cards, but I need them, so I'm gonna keep them, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna just okay here. Draw two cards. There's a tower. Play out Golem Foundry, pass the turn. So we lost our blood fountain, which sucks, but it is what it is. Now we can play Refractor, map, get a tower, and then we can kill their spell bomb. Play Refractor, find a tower, play map, play a tower, play a Wizard's Rockets. Just going to blow up their spell bomb right now. So they can spell bomb away all this stuff. And then we can Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the Wizard's Rockets. Looking for some candy trails to gain a little bit of life. Find another Wizard's Rockets. Let's play the Wizard's Rockets. And then let's Rowan's the Wizard's Rockets. Find a candy trail. So do I want to put any of this on top? Just the candy trail. Okay. Pass the turn. Now we are looking for double retriever, and then that'll be it. But we don't have it yet. They have the spell bomb. No attacks for our opponent. We're gonna pop off a golem. This Rowan's Grim Search has been nice. Nice. They're gonna untap their creature. So they untap their land. Make a golem for us. We're gonna just blow up your spell bomb right away. They don't have any black mana to sacrifice and draw off the spell bomb, so they just have to use it. Can't pay. Okay. So let's go Candy Trail. Try to find some retrievers. Scry 2. Let's bottom this. Bottom the Grudge, I guess. Let's play another Candy Trail. Scry. Makeshift Munitions is good. On top that, we're gonna draw. Red. Play the Munitions. Play the Rocket. We'll shoot your Cauldron Familiar, I guess. There's a Mirror Retriever. I can play the Retriever. Then I can shoot the Queering Ranger. Get back the Candy Trail. Play the Candy Trail. Just searching for another Retriever. Golem Foundry I like. Pass the turn. Attack you. Okay. Opponent has nothing. Probably just some black cards in hand. And make some golems, so we got 9 power on the table. Play another Golem Foundry. We're gonna go map. So this is going to shuffle the deck, which is not great, I guess. So maybe I shouldn't use the map. Draw. Play Chromatic Star. So now I'm gonna just map. Grab the Grotto. Play the Grotto. Bottom that. Let's go Chromatic Star. Crack for black. Nothing. Guess I'm just gonna play out the Ashnod's Altar. And send. So they take 9. They're likely just dead. Unless they have a Weather the Storm right now. Used a ton of time in the first game, and then now we're just chilling. One Retriever in the graveyard. They play another Spell Bomb, but now that doesn't matter anymore. We lost our Blood Fountain and everything. Just didn't matter. Pass the turn. You are dead. Nice Fanged Marauder. On round 3. We are in round 3. We're 1-1. On the draw, we're gonna have to mulligan this. This is a bad hand as well, unfortunately. So we're gonna mulligan again to 5. Our opponent mulligan to 6. They keep 6. We mulligan to 5. 4. Suck. I guess keep. Put back this, and this. Done. We have to get runner lands. We're up against Boros, so we have time maybe? Land, star, pass. They play a land. We found another land. Play a star and pass the turn. So the best thing for us right now would be a land. Because we can bargain the star and just really draw. Wow, okay. An expedition map. Guess I'm topping that. Let's just draw the map. Play the map. And then go ahead and get a mine. Pass the turn. So the interesting thing here is Rowan's Grim Search, right? We can use it to bargain and then we can do that weird scry thing, or we can just use it to draw too, but I do think that we probably want to use it for full value. They bolt us. We're going to go black, Grim Search with bargain, sack the star. So we draw a card, Ashnod's Altar. So we're looking for, take the Golem Foundry. Actually, I don't really need any of these things, right? I'm just going to go nothing. Okay. Wizards Rockets. Play the Candy Trail. Scry 2. Bottom both of these. And then I'm going to draw a card and gain 3 life. Another Grim Search is pretty nice. So we can Grim Search the Rockets. We're moving pretty fast, especially on a multi 4. So they play as Core Skyfisher and pick up likely the Synthesizer. Picks up the Synth. Finds a Plains off the Synth. They Synthesizer again, and they find a Plains again? No, Galvanic. They go ahead and Blast Face. Fractor's nice. So, still gonna Grim Search here with bargain on the Rockets. We're looking for Retrievers. We have 6 mana now. So I'm taking none of these. Fine, it's a crop rotation. Let's play the Golem Foundry. Play the Chromatic Star. I'm gonna crack it for green. Then I'm gonna crop the Grotto for a tower. Play out the Refractor. Draw a card. Candy Trail again. So map. Play Candy Trail. So that is going to see 2 more cards. Another Candy Trail. Guess I'll take that one. Pass the turn. So I think what I'm going to do is draw the Candy Trail, and then I'm going to map for the Cycle land. Play, of course, Skyfisher. Skyfisher is going to, if they played a Synth that revealed a Skyfisher, they're going to pick up the Synth with the Skyfisher, revealing a Boros Garrison. They can play the Garrison and pick up the Secluded Step. They play Barbed Batterfist here. So they have a lot on the table. You really want to get rid of this Batterfist token. Although we have blockers now, so it's fine probably. Bash in. So crack. Grab the Cycle land. We're going to play Candy Trail. We're going to scry. Another Golem Foundry. I just don't need that right now. Bottom, bottom. Cycle. I guess I can go red. They might have a Dawnbringer Cleric though. Let's not do that yet. Let's draw a card. Draw a card again. Play Energy Refractor. Our Mirror Retrievers are hiding. Super duper hiding. Pass the turn. We have the Blood Fountain, but we can't really do anything with it. Like, we can loot away the Ashnod's Altar, which is fine. Synthesizer for our opponent. They reveal Great Furnace. It didn't even put that in the log. It seems not great. They cycle the Secluded Step that they picked up with the Boros Garrison. Plays a Relic of Progenitus, of course. Okay. Cracks the Relic. That's nice. And then what? Equips the Batter Fist to the Core Skyfisher. Plays Galvanic Face. Are you gonna attack? Attacks for 5. Let's just make 2 golems. That's the turn. And what else are you gonna do? Re-equips the Batter Fist. So let's start with Scry. Looking for a Mirror Retriever. Bottom that. We'll just play Makeshift Munitions. Go ahead and ping this with the Chromatic Star. And then play Blood Fountain. I'm gonna loot away the altar. Really? Nothing? Okay, play an expedition map. Play another altar. Then let's attack you. Right now we're at 9, which is not good. So we kind of have to kill their Core Skyfisher if they Batterfist it. So we can sacrifice a golem. Can't believe we just drew Zilch. 22 cards left in our deck, and they're all the golem, all the creatures are there. We didn't draw any. There's a Glint Hawk. Picks up. They find an Ancient Den. Plays a Synth again. They find a Galvanic. That puts us to 1. Okay. And we're dead. Okay. Come on, draw some cards. So the first Weather Storm was with 13 left in the library, and then we had a clump of all 4 retrievers, or 3 retrievers at 10 cards left. Yikes. So they have a relatively quick clock. I think the Marauders are very good versus their deck. I'm going to trim down on the combo pieces. I really need the Ancient Grudges as well. I'm going to cut the 2 crops. That should be fine. I might not actually need the Makeshift Munitions. We would like to play first. Okay, so let's keep this. I'm going to Candy Trail, and then that'll scry me looking for the next Tron land, a power plant, or a tower. Then I can Expedition Map on turn 3 to grab the rest of the Tron lands. And I can sack the Candy Trail turn 2 to draw a card and gain 3 life. Our opponent mulligans to 4. Alright, they kept 4. We're going to go Grotto, Scry, Deadly Dispute on top. I guess I'll keep that. Lay out the Expedition Map. I really want to scry away the Expedition Map now. Guard Crag. Play Candy Trail. Okay, another map and a Golem Foundry. So I can bottom and top. Play the land, pass the turn. On this next turn, I'm going to sacrifice for a mine, play the power plant, or play the sacrifice for a power plant, and then I'm going to play the power plant. Our opponent plays Boros Garrison, picks up their land. Crack this. Power plant, play the power plant. They could have Dust to Dust here. What did they pick up? Windscarred Crag. So that's a tap land, so I don't think we're worried about Dust to Dust at the moment. Just playing out our next expedition map. We cast into fire the map. A little bit of a bummer. Just going to Deadly Dispute the Candy Trail here to draw some cards and pass the turn. Play Mirror Retriever, Deadly Dispute the Retriever to get back the expedition map. Maybe? They're just running out a Core Skyfisher, picking up their tap land. Sign of Weakness. We're specifically looking for the cast into fire, I guess. Chromatic Star. Black. We're going to Deadly Dispute it. Looking for a tower. Find a Candy Trail. Power Plant. Play a trail. Looking for towers. Bottom these 2. Play another Candy Trail. I don't want these ones either. Bottom. I'll pass the turn. So this next turn I can go Star, Dispute the Star off of the rest of my lands. They play a Thraben Inspector. We got to keep the Now they're going to go crack the clue. Okay. We have to keep our combo pieces in hand because we don't want to die to Dust to Dust. Looks like they're leaning more to cast into the fire, though. They're playing Glinthawk and picking up their land. So they're just like trying to hyper aggro us. Find another Mirror Retriever. I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Chromatic Star I just played. There's the Altar. So that's the full combo. We're gonna pass. Plays a Seeker of the Way. Okay, they have 2 mana available. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's draw a card. Where's our lands? Another power plant. Guess I'm playing the Mirror Retriever here. And passing. We can block with the Retriever to get back the Expedition map to get the tower. And we can get our Fangor Marauder into the battlefield. And play a Crag. Attack with everything. I'm going to block. Get back the map. They don't do anything. I'll go map. Crack the map. Tower. Let's play the tower. Play green. Cast Fangor Marauder. Then I'm going to pass the turn. Plan on cracking the Candy Trail and gaining 8 life. Lightning Bolt on the Fangor Marauder. Okay. Galvanic Blast the Fangor Marauder. So we're going to go crack the Candy Trail. Gain 3 life, draw a card. And gain 5 life. We find a Wizard's Rockets. I'm just going to crack this for no value for 5 life. Pass the turn. Now they're swinging in. Okay. Combo time. Golden Foundry. Ashnod's Altar. Play Mirror Retriever. Play Wizard's Rockets. Start sacrificing things. So now we just loop. Mirror Retriever for Mirror Retriever. And then I think I'm going to try to use the Grim Searches a couple of times. Okay. So we need to loop for a while and then build up enough mana to actually use the Grim Search. Or we could just go for making a bunch of creatures, playing out the makeshift munitions and shooting their flyers. Or just make a bunch of creatures and pass the turn. I'm kind of nervous that they're going to have a way to sorcery speed kill my Golden Foundry, though. Let's go Chromatic Star. Sacrificing for black. Okay, we find a mine. We can play the mine and Grim Search, sacking the rockets. So put this on top. Draw 2. Find a Fangor Marauder. Alter the Retriever. Get back the Retriever. I think our plan is just to make a ton of golems and then play Weather the Storm. So I'm maybe going to go to like 45 counters and then play Weather the Storm. I guess really what I want to do is I need to play out the makeshift munitions too. So I don't have enough colored sources to do both of those, so I have to kind of choose. If they have a Revoke Existence type effect plus Card Clan Shaman, I'd be pretty hosed here. So let's just stop after the next 3 loops. What's most likely is that they just have a land in hand. So I don't think that, I think I'm just going to F6 now. They would have killed something if they had the cast into fire. They wouldn't have waited this whole time. Unless they're a super sneaky person. Okay. They're going to attack for 4. Right. Now we make a bunch of golems. Putting them on the stack over here. And pass the turn. Zoop. That really feels like Storm, watching the stack unfold. And then we're going to attack. Wing away. I suppose we could, well, we can just attack with everything, and then if they have a block plus some sort of spell, to make the Seeker of the Way get life gain, then we can just Grim Search the one that's blocked by the Seeker. Okay, attack with everything. 11 minutes to finish the match. Should be fine, right? Right now they're getting attacked for 36. They can block 6 of it. Now they're getting attacked for 30. Put on top the order. Okay, you get hit for 30. Cool. We win. Yep, that seems fine. We could also, instead of playing Makeshift Munitions, we could play Scatter Shot. Then get rid of the bauble here as well. Do double Scatter Shot to clear the board. That seems reasonable. Submit. Okay, we have to mulligan this one. This is probably fine. I'm going to keep. Put back the swamp. And then I want to lead on Grotto to see what's on top. If we have either mine or power plant, we can just play out the map. Probably just play out the map anyway, I guess. Land. Grotto, sweet. Play the map. Pass the turn. Pass into fire my map. Bro. Candy Trail. Mirror Retriever and Weather the Storm. Okay, so that's the full loop. Plus Weather the Storm. I guess we're keeping. Land go. We can make infinite life with that combination. We're going to draw the Weather the Storm, and then I think I cracked the Candy Trail. They play a Lembas. Draw a card. Oh yeah, we would draw the Mirror Retriever. Okay, pass the turn. We're at 23. Our opponent plays a Glinthawk and a Lembas. So I think the plan is to play their Astronaut's Altar right now. We can just draw 2 cards here. Draw 2. Pass the turn. So they play Glinthawk into a Lembas. Plays a land. They're going to play a Core Skyfisher. So what do I do? Really wanted that map, guys. Land. Play Mirror Retriever. That's the turn. They play a Lembas. So I'm thinking they play a bunch of cards, right? And then I go Weather the Storm. Looks for a bunch. There's a land. We have one more card? No. They relic my Grim Search. Okay. Play Candy Trail. Okay, I want both of these. On top, put on top. Stack the Candy Trail. Play the... Just play out the tower. Let's attack you for 1. Now I still have the Weather the Storm. We're going to draw the mine, play Refractor. They cycle a cave. The relic is going to be a huge problem for me. They're going to relic a Candy Trail. We're going to take 6. I have Weather the Storm available for if they tap to try to kill me. Cracks the relic. Okay. So now I have the Scatter Shot and Weather the Storm loop for the next turn. Cracks the Clue. Plays a Glinthawk. Okay, well, we're not going to really get anywhere, but we are going to stop them from killing us, that's for sure. Lembas. Okay, pass the turn. We'll go Mine, Refractor, draw a card. Looking for Golem Foundry. Can find it. Play Astronaut's Altar. We can go. Want to play the Star. Crack it for black. Sacrifice the Retriever for the Star. Play the Star. We can Deadly Dispute the Star now. Okay. We can find a Grim Search. And a Blood Fountain. Play the Blood Fountain. So we need a bunch of mana to do all these things, right? Just play Retriever, sack Retriever for Retriever, play the Retriever. Just gonna loop a bit here. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 toughness. Sack the things. We don't have a lot of clock time though. We can't waste a bunch of time. Okay. So now we're going to go red, scattershot, kill all your things, go the same target, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, spam click the last one. Then I'm going to hold the OK key to get through all these storm triggers. Then we're going to cast a Weather the Storm, and 6, the Blood Fountain, and discard my mind to draw a card. Just a power plant on top. We're at 52 life, they have no board. They could kill the altar. They could have extra, what's his faces? Okay, gets rid of the Blood Fountain. Dust to dust. The Mirror Retriever. Black. We're going to Grim Search the Retriever. Get back the Retriever. So we need another altar, and we need Golem Foundry. Wow, okay. Top, top. Okay. Any order? Foundry. So if they have Cast into the Fire, we're dead-zo. Altar. Okay. That's the turn. Plays a Synthesizer, finds a Garrison. Guess they play the Garrison maybe? Plays the Garrison, picks up random land. What are you gonna pick up? We have 5 minutes left on clock. Cracks a Synth. They find a Synth. Synth again. So we have to somehow find our last Golem Foundry before they find any artifact removal. Then crack this Synth again, just getting a clock going. Foundry helix us. Sure. Okay, that's good. So Retriever. Make a black. Dispute the Retriever. Get back to Retriever. Draw. Play Retriever. Black here. Actually, we should probably map first. Crack the map. Grotto. Scry. Bottom, I guess. Yeah, bottom that. Grim Search. Bargain the Retriever. Get back the Retriever. Okay. Put up to 2 of them on top. Fangren Marauder, Candy Trail. Any order? Green. Play Marauder. We have a clock. Candy Trail. Bottom. Top. Pass the turn. Pass the turn again. I don't have anything I can do really. We're going to attempt to attack you with 5/5. Yes. They get a 2/2. They reveal a Secret Away. So they just cast a Secret Away likely. Can we combo off in 4 minutes? Unlikely. Bolt. What else? So if they have another bolt here, I'm just going to sacrifice the Fangren Marauder and draw off the Candy Trail. Alright, fine. Draw a card. That's the turn. Yep. So the Candy Trail. Where were you earlier, Ancient Grudge? Bottom and top this. Draw. Play the land. Play the Mirror Retriever. Going to dispute the Retriever. Getting back the Retriever. Come on. Need it really soon. Okay, Scattershot. Mirror Retriever. Sacrifice the Retriever. Storm is 4. Like Retriever. 5. 6. And this 8. Scatter shot. Pass a turn. 1, 2, same targets. The rest of the secret away. Can I win with a 1/1 in 3 minutes? Versus a Limbus. They got nothing. Okay, I'm going to attack. You're at 25. Yeah, we still have one left in the deck. Dispute the Retriever, get back the Retriever. Draw. Green. Play Fangor Marauder. Play Chromatic Star. Play Mirror Retriever. Practice for black. Gotta always yes here. Always yield. Play an Energy Refractor. Oops. Move the stack over here. Grim Search with Bargain, the Retriever. Get back the Retriever. Still looking for that Golem Foundry. So I'll say nothing. Golem Foundry. Fine. That's actually better for me because you're wasting your mana and I don't have to deal with the triggers now. Star. Always yes. The last Gal Blast. Come on, bruh. Retriever. Let's get some damage on the table, huh? It's the turn. We have 7 damage. It's 4 turns. They play Crag. Play Wizards Rockets. Pass the turn. So ridiculous. So F6 again. 6. 7 again. They cycle a cave. I have 40 seconds, so I basically can't do anything. I'm going to attack you. You can crack the Limbus. I'm going to crack the Retriever for Retriever. Play Retriever. 6. Play the Rocket. It's the turn. It's the turn again. 16 seconds, 12 seconds. They have to block. They're going to crack the Limbus. Gain 3 life. They go to 1. We're yielding until second main, so I have to just click attack and pass. 10 seconds left on the board. 8. Yay! That really gets heart racing. On to the next. Round 4 versus Sandpod. We have decent hand because we have turn 1 Rockets into Deadly Dispute. We also have Grim Search on the Retriever to get back the Rockets, maybe stuff like that. I don't like the whole fact that we're losing 2 life, but it's still a lot of card draw. Okay, so we're gonna lead on Power Plant into Rockets. Pass, pass, pass. Our opponent is, oh gosh. They're playing Mono Blue Fairies. Not something you see every day. Let's pass the turn. We really want to get our Golem Foundry into the battlefield, because that is a really good way to overpower them. I had to main phase the Deadly Dispute there because we don't want to get got by a Spell Pierce. They're going to get in with their Miscreant, see if they have the big ninja or the little ninja. They have the little ninja, so it's a slightly less scary ninja. Are they going to leave up Spell Pierce or play their Miscreant? They play a Fairy Seer. No Miscreant this turn. So, I really want to get the Golem Foundry down, but I think I'd rather just block with the Mirror Retriever. So there's a Mirror Retriever. Play land, play the Rocket, pass the turn. We got nothing. This Grim Search can pass through a Spell Stutter at the moment. Would be happy to block the hacker to get back the rockets, and then we'll just try to not play into Spellstutter. They're going to snap the retriever, it looks like. Okay. They really want to get their loot off the hacker. Now I'm feeling pretty disappointed because they have 3 lands. They can play the Miscreant and then hold up Spellstutter Sprite and just keep getting value off the hacker. In this matchup, it's like really important to actually get your Tron mana online fast, and we just did not have it. They move to attacks, swing for 3. So do you have another ninja? Their deck is playing 8 ninjas. So you have the big ninja this time. Big ninja's problem. So we really need to find another land. If they tap out, we could try for Rowan's Grim Search, sacking the Wizard's Rockets to try to find Tron land plus crop rotation to try to crop into Tron. They play Fairy Seer. We just need to be able to do a lot this turn, and we don't have the mana. They think for a long time, and everything's cool with them now. So, is it better to tap out or to have 1, 2, 3? Let's just Deadly Dispute the Rockets. Draw 3 cards. I'll have 3 mana available. I find a Makeshift Munitions. There's a tower. So we can go play the munitions. That doesn't really get us anywhere. Or just play the Mirror Retriever. I think I'm just gonna Retriever here. Pass the turn. I'm gonna block and get back at the rocket. So do I want them to draw a card? No. I'm gonna just chump. They decide not to ninja for the 7 millionth time. They've had enough ninjaing, I guess. Get the rocket. I know they have the Fairy Miscreant in hand, they just didn't play it. I'm discarding another Mutagenic. There's the Miscreant. I'm gonna play Candy Trail. Scry. Looking for mine. So bottom this, top this one. Attempt to Wizard's Rockets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna play the Energy Refractor. They're just considering whether or not they should Spellstutter at this moment. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're probably dead. Our opponent's just like considering all their options. They get to think for a long time. Whoops, I had it paused for a second there. I played the Blood Fountain, and they did not use their Spellstutter Sprite. Now it's their turn. They're going to play a Miscreant, which gives them even more fairies. And they're going to get in for 6. Pressure me. Then they'll have 7 the next turn, which is 14 total damage. Probably should have just blocked the hacker. Doesn't matter. Whatever. Were we on the draw? We were on the play. Now we have Tron mana. Hello. Okay, so play red. That's Makeshift Munitions. They kind of have to counter that. Our opponent thought for 3 minutes and uses a counter spell. I'm going to bargain the Wizard Rockets. I'm looking for Weather the Storm. Draw a Golem Foundry. Find double Retriever. So I will put 1 Retriever in hand on top. Is that good enough? We're going to take, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go to 3. Oh, I have the Blood Fountain though, so I don't need the Retrievers. Draw 2 cards. Find a Retriever anyway. I'll gain 3 life. Go to 6. Attempt to Deadly Dispute the Blood token. Dead Dispel Pierce here. They don't have the Spell Pierce. Drop this for a tower. Play out the Mirror Retriever, the map, they bobble. That's the turn. Dead to Mutagenic, dead to Snap. They discarded 2 Mutagenics before, so they probably have Mutagenic in hand. They're probably just dead. Also dead to 1 Ninja. Dead to so many things. Did not find a Weather Storm in many. Okay, has the Snap. Cool. And they really had to take their time. So the Fangren Marauder is very good versus them. I think what I'm gonna do, like I've done before, is cut on the altars. And cut the Weather Storms. And now I'm just a bad eggs deck. No infinite loop. Okay, now we're on the play for game 2. Can't keep this. We're looking for a fast Tron. We have 2 Tron pieces. I think I can put back the Retriever here. Could also just try to put back the Grim Search. But I want the card draw, I think. Maybe I want the Retriever more. I'm going to put back the Retriever. So let's try and find a tower off the Scry. Scry 2. Map and Rockets, so we'll top both. Pass the turn. And they do not leave up Spell Pierce. So our map is going to resolve, play the Chromatic Star. Now we have Tron mana, but not a lot of colors though. If they Ninja this turn, we can map for tower, play the Rockets, and Deadly Dispute it. There's the Ninja. So now what we're trying to do is draw into a position where we can Scattershot them to death, clear the board, then get some Golem Foundries on the table. They are in their second main. Okay, we get to crack. Tower, play this Wizard's Rockets. They may be holding up a Spell Pierce here, so we're just going to draw a card and gain 3 life. Find a Retriever, which is good. They're going to attack. No second Ninja, did not play their Fairy. They're at 9 cards in hand, they have to loot. They're going to discard a Counterspell, which is a big surprise to me. Guess they're looking for lands, but they're not playing them. They're not playing fairies or lands. Our opponent, if we do win this game, they're pretty close to timing out, actually. They don't play a card? What? Play Mirror Retriever? Maybe they're just sitting on Spellstar Sprite? Okay. I'm gonna crack the Wizard's Rockets for black. Deadly Dispute. The Star. We want to draw lands. Crop rotation. Okay. Play Power Plant. Can play Golem Foundry now. I'm gonna play a Bauble. But we're beginning to get golems. Crop rotations are not super good at the moment. Can we Conjurer's Bauble back the Deadly Dispute to try to draw a card? Tower. So we're trying to find a position where we can crop this for our Scryland, just to have colors. They're still sitting on the 2 mana. Hit us for 2. They get to loot. They're still wondering about how they can find their 3rd land. This card's a Spell Pierce. So we were playing around that correctly. So for a second there was giving us that they were trying to pay costs, but now they're not. They passed the turn. They already discarded 1 counterspell. Play on the tower. So if they tap out of playing and having counterspell at hand, like available, then I would like to crop and get the Scryland. And then maybe crop for Scryland again, but then I wanted Grim Search. Okay. Green. Crop this. Get the Scryland. See what's on top. Fangren Marauder is good. And then we're going to draw 2. That's the turn. You know, there's a potential that I should have bargained the Foundry there. Not sure. I think the correct play, if they don't have Spellstar Sprite available, is to play the Mine, tap it, crop the Mine for my other Grotto, then play the Rockets and the Marauder, the Fangren. Do we call it a Fangren or do we call it a Marauder? I don't know. Okay, they get in for 3, they get to loot. They went top off the Fairy Seer, so they'll probably find another island. Discarding a Miscreant. There's your island. Going to lay out Candy Trail, I guess. They're going to let that resolve. So bottom, top of disputes, play the Rockets. Now we have 1 Golem available. If they counter this, then we play the Finger Marauder, otherwise we pass. Okay. They Steel Sabotage the Golem Foundry. So we'll just play the Golem Foundry again. Now I get to just jam my Finger Marauder, because that can't get Spell Pierced. That's the turn. How do you feel about that? They cast Of One Mind. Now they're starting to actually move quickly. They're going to swing in. 2 fairies in the air, putting us to 10. Yeah, obviously we're not blocking. Can't block. I don't like that the interface you have to say yes or no to blocks, but I'm clearly not blocking. So they have a ninja. I think they played an island already. They did play an island already this turn, which means that we are free to Deadly Dispute the Wizard Rockets. We probably want to crop first. Green. Crop this. Go to Grotto. With more colored sources. Makeshift munitions on top, huh? Is that good enough? I don't think so. Bottom that. Go black. Deadly Dispute the Rockets. So if this resolves, we'll have a colored source again after we get the treasure. Oops. Click yes there. Draw and draw some more. Okay. Let's draw off the Candy Trail. We get one more, I'm just going to play the Blood Fountain here. They have another annul. It's a little annoying. Pass the turn. No attacks. I'm going to plan on blocking the ninja. I really wanted to scattershot their board, but I didn't. I really want to get the Spellstar Sprite in the scattershot. What? Another ninja? Draws a card off the ninja. So they have Fairy Seer and Spell Setter in hand. 4 unknowns. We're going to pass the turn. We're going to wait till their end step to play our searches. Hoping that they don't have a snap. Plays a Fairy Seer. Okay. Plays an Of One Mind. Storm is 2. No attacks for our opponent. We make a black. And we're draw 2, lose 2. Oops. Cast. Best case scenario for us, they go Spell Setter. They went Counterspell. Okay. So now I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a red. Scattershot. 1, 2, 1, 1. Kill everything. They could counterspell one of them to save a creature. My turn. Let's play a Grim Search again. Draw 2. Counterspell. Okay. Attack you. I think at this point I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Golem Foundry. Play another Golem Foundry. Play Wizard's Rockets. Pass the turn. Always yes. I don't want them to know I just have a land in hand, I guess. I'm just not going to play it out. Play a Snare Master Sprite. New card day, I guess. They're going to tap down my Marauder. No, they're not going to. They decided not to stun it. So can you deal me enough damage in 7 minutes to win the game? I think if I were Sandpod, I would probably scoop here. Attack. They're taking it. Play out the mine. Pass the turn. 4 cards in hand. They have another Moon Circuit Hacker. So I think my plan is to just not attack and sit back. So they have Snare Master Sprite and Spellstutter Sprite in hand. Snare Master Sprite doesn't have Flash as far as I know. I'm just going to make some mana. Green, black, red, black. See what we draw. We have an Energy Refractor. Play that. Sandpod is going to Spellstutter Sprite the Energy Refractor. They have 3 cards left in hand. Cancel, cancel. They're going to play Mirror Retriever. They're going to counter. Okay. Guess I will pass the turn since they have the tap down creature. Now we just have to wait like 8 turns until our hand is full again of spells and start doing things. Plays a Snare Master Sprite. Are you going to tap my Fanged Marauder? You want to pay 2? They do. Okay. Every single match has just gone so close to time. Okay, you have 1 card in hand. We pop out a Golem token after they declare that they're attacking with the Hacker. We're just going to block. They finally scoop the game. They have 5 minutes on clock. So they could get out ahead of us and win. I think we just resubmit. Scattershot's such a good card versus fairies, it's crazy. And we really just need to open up Tron lands. This is not good enough. 1 land into Candy Trail, playing into Spell Pierce and stuff like that. We cannot afford to do that. Okay, I think this one is okay. I will put back a Rocket. Miscreant for our opponent. We find a Crop. Another Crop. I'm going to bottom that one. Let's Candy Trail. I'll keep these. Pass the turn. Let's see if they tap out. I guess at this point, even though they're playing really slowly, I'm like rooting for them to play slowly. Play a land. Pass the turn. They're going to flash into Spellstutter Sprite and double their clock. It's going to go to 2 damage a turn. There's a Hacker. Play my Power Plant. So let's see if they flash in the Sprite. They decide not to. They swing for 3. Take it. We just need lands, unfortunately. So we can go for casting this Rowan's Grim Search, attempting to draw 2 cards. They have to use a counter spell or a Spell Pierce. They decide not to do that. Play a Mine. We have to pass the turn. If they tap off of Counterspell, we can Crop Rotation for Tron. It's in for 3. Okay, 8. We're going to go back to 11 life off the Candy Trail. Best Rick would be a Tower. Another Candy Trail. So, play the Candy Trail. Playing a Null. Okay. Turn 5 for me, right? Did I play a land this turn? No. Let's cast the Grim Search. We find the Tower. Okay, now it's on. Scry 1. Put that on top. Pass the turn. They flash in the Spellstutter Sprite, so they're going to attack for 4 this turn. They considered ninjaing, but did not. Now they're going to ninja. That's 5 damage. We go to 4. We really needed a Candy Trail, so I could consider scattering my own creatures. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mirror Retriever. Mirror Retriever. We're going to annul. I'm going to crop the black land for a tower. Then I'll play Deadly Dispute on the Retriever. Getting back the Retriever. They finally get baited into the Spellsetter Sprite. We're going to go Scattershot. Shoot your stuff. 1, 1, 1. And then 1, 1, 1. Everything's dead. Now we have a Mirror Retriever. We can play the Golem, the Energy Refractor. I think I play the Refractor first. Everything's dead. 4 cards in hand for our opponent. 140 on clock. They have to deal me 4 damage. We play Golem Foundry. They cast an Annul. Let's cast a Mirror Retriever. Their clock is ticking, ticking, ticking. This has been a very strange league. We have to find a Fangren Marauder to gain life. Steel Sabotage, huh? So, if I play the Rocket here, it gives them the opportunity to actually use the Spellsetter Sprite if they have it. They don't seem to have it. Map. I'm gonna map for the Cycle Land. I don't have a Cycle Land anymore. Okay, tower. Pass the turn. No threats for our opponent yet. We're looking for a Deadly Dispute. Candy Trail is really sick at this moment. Really, really good. It resolves. That will be GG. So let's put these on top, I guess. Doesn't really matter, right? Just draw them. Gain 3 life. Play a Refractor. Play this star. Let's crack it for green. Blood Fountain. Black. Play the Blood Fountain. Okay. And then black. And Blood Fountain back our Retrievers. And then play the Retrievers. Shoot a dupe. Retriever. They have an Annul or a Counterspell. Counterspell. Sure. Play my Retriever. Pass the turn. And this other blood token is probably going to discard the power plant. Looking for the Fangren. Scattershot's great. Guess we just use this mana. Discard the power plant. Crop rotation doesn't do anything. Let's crack this for black, red, green. Let's make some mana. Jund colors. Play the Golem Foundry. Send. Yeah. Now we can save the crop rotation as a storm element. We're going to Scattershot the bejeebers out of their Spellsetter Sprite. They snap their Spellsetter Sprites. Okay. But luckily we can just say same targets. Can you beat me down from 7 with a Spellsetter Sprite in 10 seconds? I contend that you cannot. GG. Who knows if we would have won this match if it played out. See you in round 5. Sweet. Okay, we're here in round 5 versus Vinny Torres. He usually plays Burn. You changed your mind? You don't want to watch the game anymore?
No.
Alright, fair enough.
Yoshi, time for your bus ride.
Okay, have a good bus ride, Yoshi. Okay, so we find Candy Trail off the Wizards, off the Scry. I'm going to take that and play the Expedition map. Pass the turn. Play Candy Trail Wizards Rockets on turn 2. And then hopefully find Tron lands. They are on Swift Spear. Let's go Candy Trail. Power Plant. I guess that's okay. Refractor's not doing very much for me. Play the Rockets. Pass the turn. We play an Epicure and a Chain Lightning, so we can't do anything about that. Probably just going to play the power plant and then pass. Potentially crack the Candy Trail to gain some life and draw a card. Sitting on potentially having the Grim Search up. We also want to have Weather the Storm available right now. We're at 13 life. They have 3 mana available and 4 cards in hand. If they go Bolt, 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 we just Weather the Storm. So we're effectively at 16 life from the food. They Chain Lightning. I'm going to say no. Storm is 1. They get in for 3. So I can gain 6 life here. Or just draw a card. Don't think they can do 7 at instant speed, but they certainly could. But we have to crack the map or mine. Now we're in a really bad spot because we can't cast any of these. Probably should have just Weather the Storm on that turn or gotten a mine already. They go for a Galvanic for 2. Okay. We're taking 3 damage. They're not going to do anything else this turn. Now we're at 5. Rack for, I almost pressed done for green, green. And the Refractor. I guess I already knew that was there. No, that was, we shuffled it away with the mine, with the map. Well, they're just going to go Bolt, Bolt, dead. Cool. So Grim Search was pretty bad in that spot. Let's see if we can recover. Cut all these, bring in the Fangin' Marauders and the Weathered Storms. 1 Grudge and all the Krark-Clan Shamans. We can cut the Bauble as well. So now what else do we want to cut? I guess 1 Grim Search. Makeshift Munitions is my win condition. Let's go with that. It's a little bit of a risk losing life against red. Okay, we would like to play first. I guess this is a keep. Maybe we play the Wizards Rockets turn 1 and then Candy Trail plus Star turn 2. Could also have Candy Trail turn 1 so that we could try to find another land, but I think we're trying to maximize the amount of opportunities to draw the next land. So they're going to get in for 1 off the Swift Spear. Have you ever seen a burn player not have turn 1 Swift Spear? I have not. Candy Trail. So these are going on the bottom. Play Chromatic Star, pass the turn. So this would have been better as a Reckoner's Bargain in this moment. Oh my god. Double Swifty, Chain Lightning, getting hammered here. So our best draw at the moment, I guess, would be KCS. Power, okay. Pass the turn. So we can Grim Search off one of these things to draw a bunch of cards. Looks like we're probably going to have to just Weather the Storm here. Synthesizer, if they find a Synthesizer, plays another. So they're going to get 6 damage on us right now. Fire Blast would be lethal. Let's crack this for green, green. In case we draw a crop. Did not. Weather the Storm. So we gain 9. We're going to bargain off the Chromatic Star, unfortunately. Go to 13. Find the power plant. So I want this and this. Okay. Any order. I don't know why you order it. Power plant and Chromatic Star. Pass the turn. We could certainly be dead here, because every bolt is 5 damage. 6, 7. They play a Reckless Impulse. Our best draw is mine. We do have the 1 Krark-Clan Shaman. We can clear their board, but we can't gain a lot of life. We're going to go to 8 right now. We're going to Deadly Dispute the Star. There's the mine. So we can go mine, play green, cast a Marauder, play this Wizard's Rockets, and then crack the Candy Trail. Now we gain 8 life, go to 16. We have a second Marauder in hand. We draw a card. Ancient Grudge. Not the greatest. Synthesizer for our opponent. And they find an Implement of Combustion, so I get to cast that as well. So that we're looking at 7 damage. Are they going to crack the Implement? Give us 5 life. I think I have to not block. This is 7. If they have a Bolt, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They'd have to have Bolt plus Free Spell. If they have Bolt plus Free Spell, am I dead anyway? If I block here, I think I'm not blocking. We go to 9, so I'm not dead yet. If I find another artifact to sacrifice, that'd be cool. So I'm gonna go crack the Rockets for a bunch of mana. We're gonna go a couple of red, the green, bunch of black, gain 5 life. Find a chromatic star. So we can play the star. We can play the Marauder. They're just going to scoop to the double Marauder. Ayo. Here's our last go. So we have turn 3 Tron via the Expedition map if they don't kill it. So we have to keep this hand. We're going to go land map, land, and then looks like they're setting up for a Kuldotha potentially with the implement turn 1. We have double map, play the map out, pass the turn. We can Grim Search the Retriever to get back the star. If they have a raise here, that would suck. They have Kuldotha. Still not good. No second land for our opponent. We have a Candy Trail. So let's crack this map for the tower. Then we can go Candy Trail, sack it, play Mirror Retriever, play Map Star. Then if they attack in, we just get back to the Candy Trail with the Mirror Retriever. Play Synthesizer and find a Swift Spear. They still haven't hit their second land, so they can't cast their Swift Spear. Smacks for 3. We have our candy, though. Ooh, piece of candy. Candy Trail. Scry 2. This has been pretty nice. I would like both of these, top and top. Sack this. We're going to play the Retriever. Play out Star and Map. There's not that much reason to play out the map here, other than we want it out of our hand. We want to have spent the mana on it already, be mana efficient. We play a Synthesizer. We find a Ren's Resolve that they can't cast. They're going to get in, so we get to block and get back our Candy Trail. Hello, I would love for to have a Candy Trail. We're going to draw our Grotto. So, play the Grotto. Scry. Looking for things to hit with Deadly Dispute and stuff. So I'll top this. I'm going to crack this for black. Leaving the Grotto open as a way to filter mana later. Play the Rockets that we saw off the Scry and Deadly Dispute it. Find another Rockets, so we can hit that with the Grim Search. Let's play the Refractor. So now we could crop into full-on Tron. Let's play the Candy Trail though. Scry. Power on the bottom. I'll take the Dispute. And I'm just gonna gain some life here. Just gain that life. So we have lots of disputes now. They're still stuck on 1 land. Sorry, opponent. Just not working out. They attack for 2. No big deal. We take it. Get in. So do I want to crop? I'm gonna pass. So now I will crop this Grotto for a tower. Play this Grotto. Okay, another Wizard's Rockets is fine because we can just Deadly Dispute using that as fodder. Black. Well, let's Deadly Dispute the Rockets. Try to save our card selection for after we've drawn as much blanks as possible. So the Makeshift Munitions is our end game. Play the Chromatic Star. Let's Deadly Dispute the Star. I'm looking for a Weather the Storm now. Well, actually, that's fine. We'll Deadly Dispute the Star. Still looking for a Weather. Halfway through our deck and no Weather. Play a Refractor? No Weather. Okay, I have a Mirror Retriever though. Play out the Retriever. Pass the turn. So now I have my slow Retriever loop that I like to work up to, in this mono red matchup. I would be sad to see a Relic, sad to see a Cast into the Fire. You Chain Lightning me, I'm going to say no. We still have no life gain that we found. So we're getting beat down. Block, grabbing the Retriever, passing the turn. Actually, we found Candy Trails, so that is life gain. Play a Rocket. Let's bargain that Rocket. Or Grim Search, with bargain. Not the same thing. We need a life gain spell. We find a Clan Shaman, which can clear the board. No life gain spells. So do I want any of these in hand? Just this one? Okay, just this search. Oh, that's not good. So let's play the Retriever. Cycle. We have six more green big life gain spells in the deck. And we have 3 Candy Trails left in the deck. So my plan here after cycling is to go Rockets. Okay. Change of plans. Rockets. I'm going to Deadly Dispute the Rockets looking for life gain. There's a Weather the Storm. Finalmente. And the Fang Marauder. Okay. Map. Practice for green. Game 21. Your turn. We have 2 Retrievers in the graveyard, which is not really where we want to be, because if they Relic us right now, it's going to be difficult to win. Okay, Implement of Combustion. They're going to crack it to deal 1 and draw a card. And we win the game! Alright, so that was pretty sweet. Let's go back to the deck. Hopefully this recorded. Check, check, check. It seems like it was recording. So, overall, I was happy with the 8 draw spells. The Grim Search did so much a lot of the time, and the Candy Trail was really cool at setting up your early game. So, very happy with this deck list. Probably would recommend it moving forward. We'll see how it goes. We're going to play some more matches, and if you stuck to the end, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to check out the Patreon, join the Discord channel so you can join the discussion, hit me up with your questions, and once again, like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.